Hello, comrades. Naomi here again with the word count. Thank you for joining me for this next episode of Writing Rants. That's wRants. So, today I wanted to take the time to show everyone that writers do come in all shapes, sizes, and ages. So, today I have with me John, and he is 15 years old. How you doing, John?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad that we were able to meet today. So, you sent me a couple of short stories that you wrote, and I really liked them, but you said that they were from writing prompts for school, right?
Yeah, they were writing prompts for English class.
This year?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So, how is that going for you, with COVID going on? I'm sure you guys are at home.
Yeah, at first it was a struggle, but I started getting the hang of it. Now, we're nearing the end of the year, so things are getting easier.
Yeah, finish strong. Finish strong. Good. So, I'm going to let you go ahead and decide which one of your stories you want to read for us today. I have my personal favorites, but we will see if they link.
All right. All right, I'll use this one. You want me to read the...
Read the prompt? Yeah, that would be perfect.
Okay. All right. For this entry, I would like you to use your imagination. It is a typical night, nothing out of the ordinary. You go to bed as usual. When you wake up, you are on a subway train in New York City.
That's
The
our
digital sign in front of you reads Friday, May 8th, 2060. Next stop, Times Square. Right at the beginning of a short story that starts with this situation.
Okay, so that's intriguing. What were some of the ideas that went through your head when you read that?
Um, I kind of read it over and over and left it there for a couple of days, partially because I didn't want to do it, but also because I didn't really know where to go with it. But
All right, so show us what you came up with.
all right.
And remember, our listeners are on devices, so try to talk a little bit slow, enunciate, be a little bit loud. Because I get ranty sometimes and babble off, and then people are like, I can't hear what you're saying. So,
All right. I looked at the sign. Does that say 2060? Dang, that says 2060. I looked down at my feet. I saw some old shoes that came out in 2020. I can't be walking around looking like this. New York is still New York. Time to hit up Laced Up. Dang, are they still open? They have to be. Wait, do I even have any money? Oh, is my money even worth anything now? I have 5 racks. Hopefully that's enough. So I walked up the sidewalk, reached into my pocket, pulled out my iPhone 9000, and searched for the nearest Laced Up. Oh, and Krispy Kreme. I was feeling kinda hungry. Wow, it's only a block away from the cream. And the cream is right next to it. That's lit. I went to Laced Up first, dropped 1500 on the latest Air Forces, looking sexy now. So I wore them out of the store. Next stop, Krispy Kreme. A guy in a clown suit was sitting outside with his pubic hair showing. Do I really want to eat here? I asked myself. Krispy Kreme is definitely worth it. When I walked into the shop, a bunch of dudes were posted up in the corner. I don't know how, but I recognized one of them, A1. My stomach jumped. A1 busted out a Mac, and I said, oh crap. Pulled out my sniper rifle with a big old scope from my backpack, and 360 no scope busted a cap in his butt off the table. I took care of his friends too. Damn, I must be in the Matrix. I walked out the store without getting my donuts, looking clean. I retied my orange do-rag as I walked down the block. Oh damn, there's that clown again, I yell. What's up, cuz? The clown says, you wanna buy some? Keep it on the low, I don't want my girl to know. You have Cash App? What about those racks you got? Do you have a phone? He paused, pulled out his iPhone 11. I sent the money his way and was on my way. I now found myself back in the subway station. There was a force pulling me down the stairs. This force grabbed me by my limbs and pulled me through the empty station.
All right. So obviously this is inventive. It's a little bit silly, but what I really liked about this was how you kind of take real world elements into it, and like just parts of your reality into the story. You don't try to spruce it up and make it flowery for whoever's reading it. But honestly, the one thing that stuck in my mind when I was reading it was laced up. Is that an actual shoe store?
It is an actual store. It is not just a shoe store. It sells multiple designer accessories, clothes, shoes, stuff like that.
Wow. Okay, so I'm just lame and don't know what laced up is, but what else is new? All right, so we actually have a lot of time left, so why don't you read another one of your stories? Again, your choice. And if you could do the same thing as you did with the last one, tell us what the writing prompt was. Well, enunciate, yeah, that's always important.
Alright. For this entry, we are going to focus on the genre of fantasy. The best part about fantasy for me is that anything goes. Your imagination can run wild, write up a quick story about a group of friends that decide to climb a tower near their home. When they reach the top, they discover it leads to an invisible castle in the air that no one else knows exists.
It makes you wonder how that they can find the invisible castle if it's invisible, but it's cool prompt. So what did you do with it? Tell us your story.
All right. He could see the faint outline of a castle against the clouds. No way, he thought. It's real. He had always read stories about an invisible castle in the sky where dragon riders lived. It was probably abandoned after the dragons were wiped out, but the castle was still there, floating, waiting for someone to discover it. There must be a way up there. He looked around and saw what looked like a rope glittering up from the spire to the top of one of the castle walls. Hesitantly, he reached out and gripped the rope. Though he couldn't see it, he could feel the sturdy, itchy fibers under his hand. With a deep breath, he pulls himself into the air. He hung under the rope and used his hands and feet to scoot himself further and further away from the tower. He felt his phone move in his pocket. No. He took a deep breath and started to release one of his hands. He hadn't fully let go, but he could already feel the tension in his muscles. Okay, that's not gonna work. He looked back at the tower next to his house. He was already pretty far up the rope. He could turn back, but the phone would probably fall anyways. Then he would be too tired to climb up the rope again. This was his one chance to get into the castle. His one chance to do something awesome. His one chance to be remembered. He had failed at basketball, track, football, chess, drama club, everything. He just wanted to succeed at something. He needed to be good at something. This may be his last chance. So he continued to climb the rope and winced as his iPhone 8 Plus disappeared from view.
Ouch. I gotta be honest, if my phone started to fall out of my pocket, I would have went back down to the first tower and been like, bump this noise. I need my phone. And I'm not just saying that because I'm talking and trying to be hip. No. My phone is my lifeline. I do everything on it. My work, I do, personal things like social media on there too.
Yeah.
Without my phone, I think I might cry.
Yeah, me being me, I probably would have moved just a little bit further, let it fall just so I could catch it.
I forget you're track star, basketball star, football star. Yeah. You got hands.
Yeah, I got hands. Hands that type.
Clearly. So you're just good at everything.
I guess.
That's unfortunate. I'm not good at everything. I wish I was. I'd like to think I'm good at writing, but that's just personal.
You're good at counting words.
That was funny. I like it. I might hire you to be my marketer. All right, so we are at 10 minutes. I usually let things run for another 5 minutes, so if you have another story that you want to share, you can definitely do that. I do remember seeing some shorter ones, but if you're done talking for the day, we can just end the episode. No harm, no foul.
I think I could read a shorter one.
Okie dokie.
Which would you prefer, daytime or nighttime?
I'm gonna go with daytime.
Alright, so for this writing assignment, I would like you to step outside of your house during the daytime and study your surroundings. Pay close attention to your senses. Take note of how the air smells, what you hear, what you see, and how the air feels. You can put your hands on the surface of grass or a tree, etc., to add how much you can write about.
Wow, that's imaginative. A little bit out there for a prompt, but hey, let's see what you made of it.
I was sitting on my back porch with my... I'm just gonna start that over.
Yeah, go ahead. That's my daily life.
I was sitting on my back porch with my ninjas. I see the tail of a squirrel peeking over the grass that needs to be mowed. I hear the soft twitter of a robin in a nearby tree. I see a chipmunk swinging from the bird feed as squirrels trying to remember where they buried their food. I smell freshly bloomed flowers, rain, and damp wood. I hear the twinkle of a wind chime and the ever-growing loudness of the leaves against the wind getting closer. I feel the tickle of the wind as it brushes across my face. I smell the faint scent of fertilizer. There is a buzz of what sounds like a weed whacker. I smell the chlorine from the neighbor's pool. I hear the yelp of a small dog down the street. I see my do-rag swinging in the wind as the speed of the air picks up, getting faster and faster. I feel the coarse wood of the back porch under my bare feet. I feel the tickle of ants crawling across my legs. From off, you can hear the popping sound from the gun range. See a bluebird at the bird feeder. I heard the rumble of trucks on the road coming down the street. I hear the turbulence coming from the plane passing above.
You know what? Just for the heck of it, read the nighttime too. I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
All right.
If you don't mind, of course.
All right. The writing prompt is the same just for the nighttime, so I'll just read.
Oh, cool. That makes it easy.
Yes. All right. I smell the smoke from the fire. I feel the sticky warmth of the chocolate on my fingers. The sweet taste on my tongue from the s'more. The blurred silhouette of the trees behind the house. The bright vecks of light on a clear night sky. I feel the bass of the music blaring from the stereo. I can feel the ebb and flow of heat from the fireplace. The thud of running feet during a game of manhunt. A brief moment of silence between the changing of songs, and you can hear a sizzle of what's left of the chair that was on fire. The bright sparks of ember that snap and float back to the ground. The bright blue and orange glow of logs that are burning slowly. The faint stink of the overfilled trash can. The bark of our puppy when everyone was running around because she could not tell who was who. The tap, tap, tap as the dog walked across the wooden porch. The bite of a mosquito on my forehead. The sound of my sister opening up her 5th effing chocolate bar. Yes, her 5th. The sound of a loud boom of an unexpected firework across Central Ave.
See, I'm glad now that we had you read those, because I think those are my favorite ones. I don't even remember reading those ones. Did you send those ones to me?
I don't think I did.
Well, I'm glad that we happened to read them. I want to thank you, John, for being here today and for sharing your writing with the world, because that is not easy, let me tell you. I still get panic attacks when I let people read my stuff. if I let people read my stuff. So, thanks again, John. I hope that you start getting a little bit easier now that school's coming to a close in summer, and maybe you can spend some time outside. To our listeners, I hope you guys are all faring well with our COVID crisis as well. And for you writers out there, don't forget to check out our blog, creating creative writing tips at thewordcount.com. And hopefully one day we will all aspire to write like John here. Ciao, ciao for now.
THE word count.
Hey!